the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
89 former NPA rebels surrender, received livelihood aid in Davao del Norte. Authorities nab two long-hiding Abu Sayyaf members in Metro Manila. Emergency vehicles NCAP exempt during emergency, says MMDA. Pork price cap possibly back by end July or early August.
Hello to everyone, special to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Friday, May 30, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, 89 former New People's Army rebels surrendered to the 56th Infantry Battalion in a ceremony at Balimba Hills Activity Center, Davao del Norte. The surrenderers, who came from various dismantled NPA units, turned over 19 firearms and one improvised explosive device to government authorities. In support of their reintegration, the Department of Labor and Employment Region 11 awarded 1.1 million pesos worth of livelihood assistance to 3 people's organizations. 10 Infantry Division Commander Major General Alan Hambala praised the mass surrender as a major stride toward regional peace and development.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Authorities arrested 2 wanted Abu Sayyaf group members in separate operations in Metro Manila, ending over 2 decades of hiding. National Capital Region Police Office apprehended 1 suspect at a construction site in Binondo, Manila, and another while playing basketball in Quezon City. Both face charges of kidnapping and serious illegal detention for the 2001 abduction of 15 plantation workers in Basilan. NCRPO Chief Major General Anthony Aberin said the suspects used fake IDs to evade capture, but intensified intelligence efforts and witness confirmation led to their arrest.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Juan about Philippine-US conduct joint live-fire exercise as part of Commandug exercise.
The Philippine Marine Corps and the United States Marine Corps and an observer from Thailand conducted a joint live-fire exercise featuring the 81mm mortar as part of Commandug exercise on May 29, 2025 in Surab, Tarlac. The Philippine Marine Corps personnel skilled in mortar operations exchanged knowledge and ideas with their counterparts from the U.S. Marine Corps. The exercise included coordinated fire adjustments facilitated by forward observers, enhancing accuracy on the battlefield. During the exercise, Philippine Marine Corps fired mortar rounds at designated targets, demonstrating accuracy. The United States Marine Corps likewise showcased their own mortar operations, performing their methods for targets acquisitions and fire correction before successfully engaging their assigned targets. The live fire exercise highlights the enduring partnership between the Philippine Marine Corps and the United States Marine Corps in their mutual commitment to enhancing readiness through continued cooperation and joint training. This is John Sagak reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Juan of NOLCOM.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippines is prioritizing land-based defense capabilities over acquiring United States-made F-16 fighter jets due to their high costs. While the U.S. has approved a potential $5.58 billion sale of 20 F-16, Ambassador Jose Manuel Romualdez emphasized that the government must carefully assess how to finance the purchase. He noted that although F-16s are ideal for interoperability with U.S. forces, affordability remains a major concern. Romualdez added that land-based defense is currently more urgent in the country's national defense strategy, especially amid rising tensions with China in the West Philippine Sea.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A Philippine Air Force plane flew to Timor-Leste to bring back fugitive lawmaker Arnolfo Arnie Teves Jr., who was arrested after his passport was cancelled, rendering him an illegal alien. Philippine authorities, including Department of Justice, Bureau of Immigration, and National Bureau of Investigation agents, accompanied the mission to ensure Teves' safe return. He was seen boarding the aircraft in a live stream. Teves, wanted for murder, is set to be transferred to New Bilibid prison in Muntinlupa City.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Mel Joy of First Year G about NOLCOM and LNC provide assistance in clearing classrooms to support educational development.
Yes, Rofh, the Northern Luzon Naval Command through the Civil Military Operations Unit Northern Luzon and Naval Installation Facility Northern Luzon extended support in the dismantling of the old classrooms, debris removal, and site clearing at La Union National High School Sakyod Annex, Sakyod City of San Fernando, La Union. A total of 3 dilapidated classrooms were dismantled, giving way for future improvement and development of educational facilities. Thus, the endeavor will enhance the learning environment for students and will support government agencies' development effort in the Northern Luzon. This initiative stands as a testament of Philippine Navy's commitment in supporting local communities beyond its core mandate, playing an active role in creating a better learning environment for Filipino youth. This is Mel Ginesio Arroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mel Joy of First Year G.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Army deployed 100 reserve officers to active duty in a send-off ceremony held at Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City. Army Chief Lieutenant General Roy Galido urged the Mandalasib-class officers to stay reliable, responsive, and relevant amid growing defense challenges, including regional tensions and cyber threats. The new call to active duty officers, drawn from diverse professional backgrounds, will serve for 2 years as part of the regular force after completing 5 months of intensive pre-deployment training.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority is reminding the public that emergency vehicles like ambulances, fire trucks, and police cars are exempt from the no-contact apprehension policy. In a statement, Victor Maria Nunez, the head of the MMDA's Traffic Discipline Office, clarified that these emergency vehicles should not be flagged by the automated system. The agency says it's currently working to update the technology to better identify and automatically exempt legitimate emergency responders on the road. NCAP is the MMDA system for monitoring traffic violations without the need for enforcers. It aims to reduce congestion and improving road discipline among vehicles.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear updates from Leonor about Philippine Marine Corps welcomes new acting commandant.
Good day everyone. The Philippine Marine Corps officially installed Brigadier General Vicente Map Blanco III, Philippine Navy Marines, as its new acting commandant during a change of command ceremony held at Bonifacio Naval Station, Taguig City. The ceremony marked the retirement of Major General Arturo Rojas, Philippine Navy Marines, capping his distinguished 39-year military career. Vice Admiral Jose Maria Ambrosio Espelita, Philippine Navy Flag Officer in Command, lauded Major General Rojas for elevating marine excellence and welcomed Brigadier General Blanco's leadership. Brigadier General Blanco vowed to continue the legacy of his predecessor, focusing on continuity, progress, and excellence. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1FP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Lenore.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Agriculture says the price cap on pork could be reinstated by the end of July or early August. It comes after the DA suspended the maximum suggested retail price last May 15, following appeals from pork producers affected by African swine fever and reports of low compliance. If restored, the price ceiling may still be set at 380 pesos per kilo for liempo or belly and 350 pesos per kilogram for kasim or the shoulder and pige. According to Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr., the agency is currently reviewing a revised plan to sell affordable pork to consumers in Metro Manila.
DWDD National News.
Over 62,000 animal bite cases were recorded in Region 1 during the first quarter of 2025, with Pangasinan logging the highest number of incidents. The surge has prompted the Department of Health to strengthen its rabies control campaign in partnership with the Department of Agriculture and Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Despite the high number of cases, the DOH assured the public that anti-rabies vaccines remain available in animal bite and treatment centers across the region. Health authorities continue to stress the importance of responsible pet ownership and timely vaccination to stop the spread of rabies.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Gina. DWDD Chief joins 22nd Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore.
Rofh Secretary of National Defense Gilberto C. Teodoro Jr. will attend the 22nd IISS Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore from May 30 to June 1, 2025 to strengthen defense ties and promote regional security cooperation. Accompanied by senior DND and Armed Forces of the Philippines officials, he will hold bilateral and multilateral meetings with foreign counterparts to address regional and global security issues. His participation highlights the Philippines' commitment to a rules-based international order and peace in the Indo-Pacific. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, former Negros Oriental Representative Arnolfo Arnie Teves Jr. is set to be transferred to a detention facility of the National Bureau of Investigation in the new Bilibid prison in Muntinlupa City. In an interview, NBI Director James Santiago said that Teves will be transferred to Bilibid after today's The Media Conference. The former lawmaker is facing serious allegations as the mastermind in the killing of Digamo and 9 others last March 4, 2023 in his residence in Pamplona.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has pledged to sustain his administration's 20 per kilo rice program until the end of his term. His statement comes in response to critics who have questioned the long-term viability of the initiative. President Marcos explained that he was unable to fulfill the campaign promise immediately due to unfavorable conditions at the time. The DA is now coordinating with the Department of Labor and Employment to finalize a mechanism to expand the program to include around 120,000 minimum wage earners across the country.
Armed Forces Radio.
Some information from Jimboy about 79 IB commanding officer inspires ROTC graduates in San Carlos City.
79 Infantry Masaligan Battalion Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Arnel P. Calwagan inspire a new wave of youth leaders as guest of honor and speaker at ROTC graduation ceremony of Tanyon College in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Addressing the graduate, he praised their perseverance and highlighted ROTC's vital roles in nation-building leadership and patriotism. Lieutenant Colonel Calwagan urged the graduation to embrace their role as future defender of peace and agent of progress. He said that it reinforces the Army commitment to youth empowerment and civic responsibility. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
Makati City public school learners can soon enjoy free bus rides after the city government purchased 6 new school buses. This procurement aims to address the students' daily commuting challenges. improve school attendance, enhance student safety, and ease the financial burden of their families. Makati City Mayor Abby Binay said each bus will operate on a fixed route with scheduled pick-up and drop-off points covering central barangays and school zones. Students will use ID cards to board the buses to ensure safety and efficient monitoring. Each vehicle will have a GPS tracking system that allows real-time updates and notifications for parents.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine National Police has officially launched its Joint Anti-Kidnapping Action Committee at Camp Crame. Outgoing PNP Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil said the initiative reflects the government's strong commitment to protect the safety of both Filipinos and foreign nationals residing in the country. The formation of JACAC was led by Lieutenant General Edgar Alan Ocubo, the PNP Chief of the Directoral Staff and Deputy Chief of Investigation. According to Marbil, JACAC has the ability to trace money trail even when ransom was paid in cryptocurrency.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our report on the ground, let us hear the report of Bea about Philippine Fleet marks anniversary with team building in Subic.
Yes, the Philippine Fleet capped its 87th anniversary with a team-building activity at Subic, Zambales, uniting fleet officers, enlisted personnel, civilian human resources, and their families for a day of camaraderie and gratitude. Philippine Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Joe Anthony Orbe led the event with his wife Maria Celeste. The celebration featured fun games, live music by fleet musicians, a festive budol fight lunch, and a raffle draw with exciting prizes. In his message, Rear Admiral Orbe highlighted the value of unity and connection within the fleet, and he stressed that the activity aimed to uplift morale and reinforce teamwork as part of the fleet's commitment to mission and people. This Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
DWDD National News.
On the other hand, a real estate company has committed to build more than 35,600 mass housing units until next year, according to the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development. DHSUD Secretary Jose Ramon Aliling said the commitment made by Raymulan Lands Incorporated Chief Executive Officer Eileen Uydoyle will be a big boost in President Marcos' instruction to expedite the mass housing projects. Construction is already underway for some of the house units in Pampanga, Bulacan, Cavite, Laguna, and Rizal. RLI is recognized as one of the country's top producers of socialized housing and has been named Pag-ibig Fund's top developer nationwide for 3 consecutive years from 2020 to 2022.
DWDD National News.
The volcano released a 1,500-meter white plume of steam and gas during a minor phreatic eruption at 9:22 p.m. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, the activity was phreatic in nature, meaning it was caused by the heating of groundwater by the volcano's magma, leading to a sudden steam-driven explosion. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council has issued an advisory to residents and communities near Taal, urging them to stay alert and follow safety protocols in case of further volcanic activity.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Ferdi, let us hear the AFP honors Filipino peacekeepers, reaffirms UN commitment on Peacekeepers Day.
Good day, everyone. The Armed Forces of the Philippines reaffirmed its commitment to global peace and security as it joined the international community in celebrating the International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers yesterday. The event featured a wreath-laying at the Peacekeepers Monument and the presentation of the NCUMPO Awards for bravery and service. Lieutenant General Jimmy Larida, Vice Chief of Staff AFP, led the ceremony with Department of Foreign Affairs official Ambrosio Bryan Enciso III as guest speaker. The AFP praised the dedication and sacrifices of Filipino peacekeepers deployed worldwide. This is Ferdy Blues reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ferdy.
DWDD National News.
A magnitude 4.8 earthquake struck Rapu-Rapu Albay at 2:35 a.m. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, the quake was tectonic in a region and occurred at a depth of 76 kilometers. The tremor was felt in several areas across the Bicol region, wherein intensity 3 was felt in Santo Domingo, Albay, intensity 2 in Tabaco City, Albay, and intensity 1 in Legazpi City, Albay. Instrumental readings from PHIVOX also recorded an intensity 3 in Prieto Diaz, Sorsogon, intensity 2 in Bulusan, Sorsogon, and Iriga City, Camarines Sur, and also intensity 1 in Dait, Camarines Norte, and Panganiban, Catanduanes. PHIVOX stated that the earthquake is not expected to cause any damage or aftershocks.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you so much for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio, the DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again next week for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.